Have you ever wondered if you're living the right way? Are your choices leading you to a bright future? If the answer is yes, then this video is definitely for you. But before we delve into these profound lessons, I'd like to invite you to set aside the hustle and bustle of modern life and journey with me to the distant land of India, where ancient tales still echo with deep human values. There, under the shade of ancient temples and beside the sacred Ganges River, we will listen to an inspiring story about the quest for life's meaning and the discovery of the hidden beauty within each of us. On a bumpy dirt road, under the scorching sun of a sweltering summer, a young man named Arjun was walking tirelessly. His eyes were filled with unanswered questions, his mind preoccupied with thoughts about the meaning of life. He had traveled through countless cities, met countless people, but still hadn't found the answer to his inner struggles. One day, after crossing a high hill, Arjun spotted an ancient temple nestled amidst a lush green forest. Curious, he decided to visit. In the temple courtyard, a guru with a long white beard was meditating. Arjun approached, bowed respectfully, and asked for guidance. The guru opened his eyes, looking at Arjun with a compassionate gaze. "What brings you here, young man?" Arjun replied honestly, "I am searching for the meaning of life, Guru. I feel my life is aimless, not knowing what I am living for." The Guru smiled. "The meaning of life does not lie in a distant destination, but in every step you take, every breath you inhale, every moment you experience. Life is a journey, and its meaning lies within that journey itself." Arjun was still puzzled. "But Guru, how can I find joy and meaning in the everyday mundane things when I feel so small and insignificant in this vast world?" The Guru gently placed his hand on Arjun's shoulder. "My son, you are not small or insignificant. Each of us is a part of this universe, each with a unique role to play. The meaning of life does not lie in achieving great accomplishments, but in living a life of authenticity, kindness, and being useful to yourself and those around you." Then the Guru pointed to a small bonsai tree nearby. "Look at this bonsai tree. Do you find it beautiful?" Arjun nodded. "Yes, Guru, it is truly beautiful and delicate." The Guru continued, "This bonsai tree has undergone years of training, being shaped and pruned to achieve its current form. It is not as tall as the ancient trees in the forest, but it still possesses its own unique beauty, a vibrant life force. Humans are the same, young man. We need to cultivate ourselves, overcome challenges and difficulties to grow and improve. That is the true meaning of life." Arjun felt as if he had awakened. He realized that the meaning of life does not lie in distant dreams, but in his own efforts and endeavors every day. He decided to live a purposeful life, dedicating himself to his passions and ideals, while spreading love and helping those around him. From then on, Arjun embarked on a new journey, a journey of self-discovery, cultivating virtues, and living a meaningful life. He no longer felt lost and aimless, but instead, a sense of peace and happiness filled him, for he had found the true meaning of his life. Did the story of Arjun, his journey to find meaning in life, stir any gentle emotions within you? Amidst the hustle and bustle of life, we sometimes forget the hidden beauty within ourselves. Let's continue this journey together, exploring the next lessons, the precious gems that will help you shine in your own unique way. But before we move forward, let's connect, share, and learn together on this path. With just a simple click, hit the subscribe button, and you'll become part of a loving community where meaningful lessons and touching stories await you. Don't miss the opportunity to discover new horizons and the true values of life. Let's cultivate a beautiful garden of the soul together, where everyone can shine in their own way. 1. Don't waste time. Time is a valuable asset life has equally given to everyone. Spend time on what matters to you. Live fully in each moment. Find your passion in life. Observe and appreciate the world around you. Travel extensively and surround yourself with interesting people. Engage in activities that make you happy. Enjoy your favorite foods and savor life's simple joys. Remember, time is invaluable and completely free. You can't own it, but you can make the most of it. Once you lose a moment, you can never get it back. Dare to dream big and face your fears. Do more, experiment often, speak less, and listen more. For a successful life, one must continuously strive, manage time well, and seize every opportunity, as life waits for no one. Opportunities come and go quickly, so we should not procrastinate. Procrastination leads to failure. Make decisions promptly after thorough consideration. Life is finite, but time is infinite. If we stop, we will be left behind. Time waits for no one, and once it passes, it never returns. Therefore, we should live without waiting. Do today what can be done today, not tomorrow. Society is constantly evolving, and life is filled with numerous experiences waiting for us to explore. Truly capable people are those who can handle and navigate all situations, even in the toughest times. They believe that behind every difficulty lies an opportunity, a path leading them to success. Through hardships, they grow more mature, decisive, and gain invaluable experiences. Life always offers us opportunities, but sometimes we feel insecure due to the fear of risk, causing us to miss out on chances because we fail to seize the moment. If we only wait for the right moment without preparation and action, the opportunity will be wasted. We should not dwell on the past or be immersed in the present, but look towards a bright future to act. Modern life requires us to change to keep up with the trends of the times. The more we change, the brighter our future, but we must know our limits and take time to reflect on our lifestyle to avoid losing ourselves. If we are willing to change, we will surely achieve what we desire. Our life is determined by our own choices. Everyone has their own strengths and advantages. The important thing is to know how to turn these strengths into opportunities. Train yourself, take initiative in every task, and always create new things. By seizing opportunities in a timely manner, we can achieve many valuable and meaningful things in life. If you don't build your own dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. To succeed in life and work, the first thing you need is discipline, determination, and the will to reach your goals. We must live with a purpose to avoid losing direction. We must take control of our own lives, live our own lives, and decide our own futures. If you encounter failure, don't stop or give up, as this will only make you feel more trapped. Life does not wait for anyone, so even if you fall, get back up and keep going, and eventually, you will reach your goal. To confidently walk the path you have chosen, why not decide today? Follow your heart, be true to yourself, do what makes you happy, and stay close to those who bring you joy. Laugh a lot, love while your heart still beats, say what needs to be said, help those you can, cherish what you have, enjoy the success that comes your way, learn from your mistakes, forgive, and let go of what you can't control. Finally, always smile. Each person has their own life and countless ways to live it. Some choose to stand happily on the sidelines, others choose to immerse themselves fully, and some are willing to take risks for their passions. But ultimately, the best way to live is to live for yourself. We only live once, so when will you be ready to do what you love and live for yourself rather than for others. The person who lives well knows how to enjoy life. They do not hesitate to seek out what makes them comfortable and do not hold back on spending to buy things that bring them joy. That is the kind of life that can make you happy, so you can look back and smile as you grow old. 2. Be courageous. The path to success is never smooth. To conquer it, we must have enough courage and determination to overcome challenges, and it often requires significant sacrifices. Determination helps us gain strength and faith to achieve miracles, turning the impossible into possible. In life, difficulties and challenges are unavoidable. The important thing is how we use our determination and faith to solve these problems and overcome these challenges. Determination and willpower are mental strengths, the greatest assets of a person's life. Determination must be built from the right kind of resolve, not from greed or blind ambition. Mastering oneself is the true expression of determination and willpower. Determination helps us overcome lack of confidence and negative thinking. Aspiring to rise is good, but we must also know our capabilities and limits. Otherwise, we might not only fail to succeed, but also invite failure. We should not dwell on the sorrowful past, but look towards the future, for one day we will find the right path for ourselves. For those with a strong will, resilience is boundless. Successful people always believe that failure contains opportunities. They learn from failures to find their way out. They see it as a test to discover what they need. Adversity only makes them stronger. Instead of feeling discouraged and giving up, they find ways to overcome. They always believe in their abilities, persistently and determinedly pursuing their chosen goals. Willpower is not innate, but is formed through daily practice and experiences in life. Willpower gives us absolute strength, helping us find our direction and opening up opportunities for success. However, the path to success requires not only willpower and determination, but also ambition and goals to motivate us to act. Confidence is needed to boldly move forward, and willpower is needed to face life's challenges and difficulties. Success and failure are only a step apart, depending on the path we have taken and the goals we have chosen. To reach the peak of glory, we must make many sacrifices. Life always holds countless difficulties, and we must overcome them with our own efforts. Act decisively, determined to face the challenges to the end, and become a person who never surrenders to fate. Adversity happens unexpectedly, but it is not misfortune. It is a gift that life gives us. Life has countless reasons to make us tired, and even if you don't want it, difficulties will still come, and sadness will always haunt you. All these hardships and pains are adversities you must endure, no matter how much they make you uncomfortable and deeply disappointed. Adversity always comes unexpectedly, and it is an inevitable uncertainty that we must face. You may be hurt or even experience extreme pain, but you must still live and bravely face reality. Pain and sorrow are an essential part of life. They help us become stronger and more mature. Therefore, you should not be immersed in suffering, but instead bravely overcome those difficulties. Running away from difficulties is not a way to solve problems. On the contrary, it makes the situation worse. Boldly face the problem, examine it, and find the best solution. With an optimistic spirit and resilient determination, nothing can defeat you. By calmly accepting adversity, you can change your destiny. Only by daring to confront adversity can you make a difference between yourself and others. With true courage, you can stand firm in adversity and overcome it. Never use your circumstances as an excuse for cowardice. Instead, rise above your given circumstances to conquer them. This is how you master yourself and your life. Don't let one failure stop you from facing challenges, fearing another failure. If you do not face adversity, can you discover your true potential? You cannot expect change if you are not willing to change yourself. You cannot witness a miracle if you do not become a miracle. To succeed, you must go through failures. Each failure brings you closer to success. The experiences drawn from adversity are invaluable gifts life gives us. Stay calm, confident, and believe in yourself. Only then can you easily overcome adversity. Life is neither short nor long, so you must cherish every moment. Live optimistically. Always have faith in the future. This is the strength that helps you escape the deadlock and crisis in life. See today's difficulties and challenges as temporary. Believe that life still offers you opportunities, and reassure yourself that a bright tomorrow will come soon. Life is inherently a diverse, rich, and colorful world, and each person is an independent individual with different perspectives on life. Therefore, it is difficult to expect others to be like you in terms of preferences, habits, and personalities. The important thing is that everyone must know how to accept and respect the differences of others. To have the right thoughts and behaviors, we need to accept differences and move towards a tolerant and generous way of living. This helps you live harmoniously with others and gain more good opportunities in life. Accept life as it is. This means you are gradually reaching maturity and growth. If you know how to respect others' differences and their individual freedoms, you will earn their respect, and life will smile upon you. Respecting differences doesn't mean you are losing yourself. It is a necessary aspect of social interaction. By respecting differences, you will minimize hurting others due to your own prejudices and impulsiveness. Everyone has their own way of living. We shouldn't hastily judge others based solely on their outward appearances, as that is not enough to reveal the essence of a person. Live your own life well, without discrimination, prying, or invading others' privacy. Living with a judgmental attitude only deteriorates our relationships. Everyone has their own beliefs and ways of thinking. We need to acknowledge and respect that, not impose or force them to change according to our wishes. The differences among people create a diverse picture of life. Therefore, we must know how to harmonize and accept these differences. Life always contains beautiful things. To perceive these, we should use our tolerance and discard negative thoughts about others, focusing on their good qualities and kindness. Everyone has their own value. Accepting and respecting others' values is also a way of valuing ourselves. Thus, we don't need to belittle anyone to affirm our own worth. If we embrace differences in life, our relationships will expand and become closer. Each person, with their own viewpoints and emotions, adds more colors to life. Life is inherently more challenging than we imagine. It can't always be filled with joy and happiness. There will be times when we feel pain, moments when we want to cry and collapse. This world is chaotic and complicated, and each step makes us hesitate, unsure of the right path. But if you believe, close your eyes for a moment and think carefully. You will find a goal worth pursuing. At that point, the world will make way for you, and you will find the right path for yourself. Of course, moving forward doesn't always guarantee good results. No one can assure that the road ahead will be straight and smooth. But if you trust that all difficulties are just opportunities to build your resilience, you will eventually find the right path. Some things need not be spoken aloud. There may be pain, but don't expect others to fully understand. Many things will be forgotten over time. The pains and hardships you endure will eventually be rewarded. Each experience is an accumulation. Every fall is a lesson. Without pain, how can we learn resilience? Without disappointment, how can we learn to face challenges? Each of us needs to think more simply. Whatever will happen, will happen. Be yourself. Be joyful and happy, and you won't waste your life. To earn trust from others, be honest. To be honest, be sincere. To be sincere, you must be yourself. Three, stop comparing. We often focus on nourishing our bodies with nutritious, healthy foods, but rarely do we pay attention to nurturing our souls. In fact, our souls also need nourishment. In many respects, our souls are more important and require much more attention. A pure, healthy soul can bring us a peaceful and happy life, even when we face difficult adversities. Life around us is filled with many beautiful and precious things that deserve our appreciation. If we skillfully recognize and select them, we will never lack good seeds to plant. On the other hand, life is also full of harmful weeds. If we live carelessly and ignorantly, our lives will be darkened by prolonged gloom. A soul full of beautiful flowers and precious fruits, or one overrun by weeds. This entirely depends on our own awareness and efforts, not on anyone else. Nurturing the soul is as important and necessary as nurturing the body, but we often neglect this. Sometimes we let our souls dry up or become overgrown with weeds. If we become aware of this and start planting good seeds, we will surely lead a happier and more joyful life. If we constantly compare ourselves to others, we will never be satisfied with ourselves. Once, Socrates, the Greek philosopher, sent his disciples to pick apples in the garden. He wanted them to find the biggest and best apple, and whoever found it should bring it to him. However, Socrates waited all day, but none of his disciples returned. He then called them back and asked the reason. It turned out that none of them were satisfied with the apple they had picked. After selecting one apple, they would see someone else with a bigger, better-looking apple. So, they continued searching, wondering if there might be an even bigger and better apple somewhere else. It can be seen that no matter how big an apple someone picked, they were still dissatisfied when comparing it to the results of others. Despite carefully considering and making different choices, in the end, they still felt regret about their decision. Therefore, in the end, none of them achieved a satisfactory result. Let me tell you another story. On a mountain, there was a small temple where an old monk lived with his 2 disciples. Every morning, the old monk distributed food to his disciples. He gave the older disciple 6 buns, while he only gave the younger disciple 4 buns. The younger disciple noticed this difference and was extremely unhappy, silently blaming the master for being too unfair. Why did the older brother get 6 buns while he only got 4? After thinking it over, the younger monk couldn't let it go and decided to confront the master to ask for an explanation and demand his rightful share. To his surprise, the old monk asked him, "Can you eat 6 buns?" The young monk replied loudly, "Of course, I can eat 6 buns. I want all 6. Hearing this, the old monk looked at his disciples silently for a moment, then took 2 of his own buns and gave them to the young monk. Without much thought, the young monk quickly ate all 6 buns and then happily showed the master, saying, "Look, I ate them all. I can eat 6 buns, so from now on, I want to be given 6 buns like my brother every morning." The old monk smiled and said, "Now you have eaten 6 buns, but if you want 6 again tomorrow morning, wait and see." Sure enough, after a short while, the young monk felt extremely thirsty and quickly drank a lot of water. Soon after, he started to feel bloated, short of breath, and a slight pain in his stomach. The young monk began to feel uncomfortable, quite different from usual. At this moment, the master said, "You see, although you ate 2 more buns today, you didn't gain anything good from the extra buns. On the contrary, They made you feel uncomfortable, didn't they?" The young monk silently nodded, and the next day he no longer demanded or envied his older brother. This story shows that having more doesn't necessarily mean enjoying more. Don't let your eyes wander to others, and don't compare yourself to them. By following the natural course, we will know what is enough and enjoy the benefits of having just enough. Our lives are similar. If you spend your life envying others for being more efficient, advancing faster, or solving problems better, you will never progress. A person who wastes time worrying about others' success will never realize their own potential. Through these two stories, we can see that we often regret our choices in life to some extent. At the moment, we think our choice is the best, but as time passes, we may regret it, thinking, "I should have done this instead of that." This is a very common mindset. Secondly, this regret stems from the process of comparing ourselves to others and feeling envious. Feeling envy occasionally is natural and can even motivate us to strive harder. However, when it occurs too frequently and becomes a habit to compare ourselves with others, negative emotions will arise and dominate your thinking. You must understand that out there will always be someone smarter, more talented, or stronger than you. Envy will only lead you to chase endless greed, never finding true satisfaction and happiness. Thirdly, instead of focusing on others' lives, focus on yourself. We should not let feelings of regret overwhelm us. Instead, we should use them to identify the root of the problem, learn how to avoid it in the future, and draw valuable lessons from it. By striving to develop ourselves, we can free ourselves from such negative mindsets. When you achieve genuine satisfaction, you won't be concerned with others' lives. Using envy as motivation and regret as a lever, you can choose to change your future instead of dwelling on the past. Although each of us may be an ordinary individual in society, we can still diligently build our own lives rather than living in the shadows of others. Let's share life together, not just live, but live meaningfully. Each day is a journey, and to avoid regret, we need to understand the meaning of life, live positively, and be active in this diverse and complex world. Pain and regret are unavoidable parts of life. No matter how careful you are, feelings of pain and regret may still arise. However, how we face and overcome them is what truly matters. Learn from experience, and don't let today's decisions create tomorrow's regrets. Life is a journey full of challenges, but only by persevering and not shying away from difficulties can we achieve success. When you're young, make the most of your time. Don't let laziness and fatigue rob you of opportunities. Dare to face challenges, learn from every experience, and live each day without regrets. Life is a journey of experiences, so enjoy every moment and don't let challenges steal your joy. Life always brings difficult tests, forcing us to make decisions. The lucky ones shine in success, but there are also those who face failure and must confront it. Life is full of turbulence, but from these failures, people become stronger. No one can save you if you don't strive to help yourself. Life is short, and as we grow old, we look back on our passionate youth. However, many face regret for unachieved goals. Strive your hardest while you are young, so you don't leave behind regrets as you age. Don't shy away from difficulties. Face and overcome them to achieve your dreams. Life is not easy, but only those who persist and try their best will achieve success. Do not fear challenges, see them as opportunities to grow. Think carefully before acting, and when you make mistakes, correct them. Cherish your loved ones and leave no room for regrets. Live each day with joy and gratitude. Life is a journey full of decisions and experiences. Dare to challenge yourself, accept responsibility, and learn from your mistakes. Do not hesitate to face difficulties, for only by overcoming them do we truly live. Live without regrets, appreciate every moment, and do not hesitate to love. That is the way to live without sorrow and regret. Everyone has unique qualities and different ways of expressing them. Ultimately, the qualities and virtues of a person are manifested through their actions. A person's virtue does not necessarily stem from their level of education or social status, but from their heart. A person's virtue creates a beautiful family and a beautiful society. In family and social relationships, the words, actions, and emotions of each individual reflect their virtue. Actions are the measure of an individual's virtue and one of the most important factors in human dignity and a driving force for progress. A virtuous person lives wholeheartedly for others, loves everyone, regardless of how others treat them. They reflect on themselves to correct past mistakes and think deeply to understand the truth of every matter. And the admirable thing is that they live very tolerantly and generously towards those who have caused them pain. They always strive to live in harmony with those around them, and even when living alone, they still live in harmony with themselves. All good qualities need to be expressed in concrete actions. If a person's gestures and actions are proper, it means they have good character and virtue. Conversely, if their gestures and actions are not commendable, it may indicate that the person's character is not yet fully developed and that they live a selfish life. When you feel uneasy about others' success or dissatisfied with others' good fortune, it means you are envious of them. Living in such a state of discomfort, you will never achieve joy or happiness. Therefore, to have a joyful life, you must open your heart to accept everything. Bringing happiness to others is very simple, yet also very noble. No matter what position we are in, we should maintain our virtue, because only with virtue can we act for the benefit of everyone. Life always has its good and bad sides. Without virtue, we may lose accurate judgment and the ability to distinguish right from wrong, leading to impulsive actions. Observe and consider things from a comprehensive, overall perspective. Do not let yourself be influenced by unnecessary factors, and do not let your selfishness dominate everything. Learn to put yourself in other situations to gain a certain level of understanding and empathy, believing that the result will be a life rich in humanity. Personality is an important factor that shapes a person's value. Each person has their own way of living, thinking, and acting, and different personalities create different values. Therefore, it is very important to cultivate and refine one's character to have a noble personality that meets social ethical standards. People always love and respect those with good character and morality. To form a person's character, it is not only the living environment, but also education that plays a role. If a child is well educated, their character will develop over time, and good virtues will gradually become habits. Educating about life principles should begin in the early years of youth. Those early years are the most suitable time to teach them life principles, beliefs, and aspirations. If someone succeeds through hardship, they will deeply appreciate what they have and constantly strive to achieve their dreams. Conversely, those who succeed too easily and smoothly may find it hard to empathize and share difficulties with others, and are quick to give up when facing obstacles. Living means striving, cultivating one's character, and uplifting one's soul in a positive direction. This helps individuals continually progress, making life more meaningful. Regardless of their position in society, everyone should have self-respect, maintain their character, and always strive to improve their lives. Living equally with everyone through your clean character and dignity is the greatest happiness. A person's character is reflected through their actions and deeds. A person with good character never harbors envy or jealousy towards others, but always strives not to be inferior to anyone. They diligently seek knowledge, learn more, and maintain this habit seriously. They live humbly, never boastfully, and reflect on themselves daily to review and correct their actions and thoughts, striving to amend any mistakes. Living compassionately and forgivingly, they pay close attention to their words and deeds, unaffected by unnecessary influences, without dissatisfaction or anxiety over trivial matters. In any circumstance, they know how to preserve their character and dignity, ready to sacrifice their own interests, and always listen to others' opinions to improve themselves. Character is a treasure that we must cherish and protect. Living honestly with oneself and everyone else is essential to cultivating character and elevating one's dignity. This benefits not only ourselves, but also contributes to a more beautiful life. However, in modern life, many factors impact our character, including jealousy. Jealousy is the root cause of troubles and unhappiness that no one desires. Living with jealousy prevents you from finding happiness and only pushes your life further into a deadlock. Jealousy kills your character and dignity, causing you to lose respect and pride in yourself. Narrow-minded thinking and childish attitudes are habits of those who are envious and often jealous. People with jealousy towards others always feel dissatisfied and envious, constantly trying to distort the truth. When you feel inferior to others for any reason, perhaps because they are luckier than you, their work is better, or they advance faster, it means you are harboring jealousy. If you want to succeed, you should not be envious or let jealousy drive your actions. Instead, use comparison to remind yourself to strive harder. We cannot abandon jealousy unless we overcome it within ourselves. Time never returns, so don't waste it watching others' actions. You will not recognize your own potential. That means you're gradually losing yourself in envy and jealousy. Instead of wasting time on negative thoughts, invest it in developing your abilities and striving to improve. You need a generous, broad-minded heart, empathetic towards others' difficulties and happy when others are happy. This not only benefits yourself, but also others. If you are willing to change your thinking and perspective, your life will also change. Everyone has their own life and the right to make their own choices. You need to respect their privacy. Never use your own standards to judge others, but try to put yourself in their shoes to handle situations. To attain noble qualities, we should not harbor jealousy towards others. Not being envious means not comparing yourself to anyone else, but living with the joy you have. Learn to compete fairly, without scheming or harming each other. Don't let jealousy destroy your character. Then you will see how beautiful and worth living this life truly is. 4. Learn to love yourself. Love is a beautiful and unpredictable thing. Every love begins with knowing how to love oneself. We let it grow and then share it with those around us. When you love someone, don't expect them to be perfect to deserve your affection. You love them because you see their flaws and want to fill the gaps and help them. That's all. This love could be for your children, lover, spouse, parents, or siblings. If you can give without expecting anything in return, that is unconditional love. A life with unconditional love becomes a delightful journey, making us feel that our lives are more meaningful. It gives us the strength to overcome all difficulties and continue doing meaningful things for those we care about. Each person lives only once, but if you live well and meaningfully, that one life is enough to feel fulfilled about yourself and the life you've lived to the fullest. Live for your dreams. Live the life you want. Become the person you've always wanted to be, starting right now. Be brave in making decisions and act without hesitation. You may make mistakes, fall, and then rise again. Even if you fall dozens or hundreds of times, at least you won't regret not having the courage to try. At least you've lived fully and tried your best to achieve your dreams. In each person's heart, there is a flame that lights up, a burning yet hidden desire. Our responsibility is to keep it burning brightly. Each of us only lives once. Life is short. Don't foolishly let those who lack faith or easily give up extinguish your flame. Strive to achieve what you want, go to places you love, act on your instincts, and courageously face challenges. Each day, try a little harder. When you look back, you'll see you've come a long way. On the journey to achieving your goals, you will encounter sudden downpours that leave you disappointed, tired, and discouraged. But don't lose heart. The road to success is never paved with silk. Consider failures and sorrows as tests of your patience and courage. In the end, people usually regret not giving their best rather than regretting that they dared to try. You are both your best friend and your worst enemy. Regardless of others' praise or criticism, at the end of the day, when you stand alone before the mirror, the image you see is your true self. Learn to accept all your strengths and weaknesses. I am who I am. Simply that. Without disappointment or regret for the past. Those who know how to take pride in themselves often find joy in life, feel content, and become role models for others. Imagine the person you want to become and strive to become that self-made role model. Pride in oneself is not about showing off or flaunting your strengths. It's simply about quietly acknowledging that you are valuable, precious, and unique. You don't need to be perfect because no one is perfect, but you deserve to be loved and respected. All you need to do is live truthfully with yourself. Live your life well. A great and genuine movie in which you are the main character. Be confident because you never know how many people look up to you and wish they were like you. We live in this world to help each other, to shape each other's lives and destinies. When you do something good for someone else, you are also giving that good to yourself. Look around and see what you can do for someone else, to lessen their sorrow and add some joy to their life. You are a unique entity on this planet. You cannot excel in everything, but you can do some simple and meaningful things well, smile, and enjoy this life peacefully. Happiness lies within you. It is how you think. It's how you perceive yourself, make choices, and form habits. The lens you choose to view life through reveals how you treat yourself. Live with gratitude. Learn to be content, and you will feel happiness. If you find it difficult to feel happiness, sit down, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and exhale slowly. Be thankful to Earth for providing enough oxygen for your life. With every breath you take in, at least one person is taking their last. You are lucky because you still have time to live, to enjoy love, anger, and everything in between. Be a unique individual. Don't try to imitate anyone else. Only when you are truly yourself can you live fully. If you try to be like someone else, you are merely existing, not truly living. You have your own unique personality. Cherish the uniqueness in your thoughts, actions, and appearance, because no one else has all these traits exactly like you. Continually improve yourself. Take care of your body, face, and health to become the best version of yourself. Clearly distinguish what is right and wrong, what needs to be changed or corrected. Be honest with yourself about what you want to achieve and the kind of person you want to become. Be straightforward and fair with others and yourself in all aspects of life. You are the person you can rely on for your entire life. Understand your soul to know your true thoughts and feelings. Once you achieve this, you will understand where you stand and how to reach the goals you've set for yourself. Knowing yourself and others ensures victory in all endeavors. In human relationships, distance is not measured by time or space, but by love. Two people can be physically close, yet mentally distant. Never forget those you care about, because neglecting their love and care can hurt more than any argument or anger. Always maintain strong relationships with those you deem important, not because of any benefits they might bring, but because they deserve your attention. When was the last time you went out with your family? How long has it been since you met your close friends? Spend time with the important people in your life, even if just for a moment, to show that you care and to prove their importance. Take some time out of your busy schedule to talk, listen, and understand those who add meaning to your life. We've all been hurt by someone at some point in our lives. We may have been mistreated, deceived, and our hearts hurt. Sometimes the pain isn't huge, but it lingers for a long time. We heal little by little, but negative emotions may linger and take time to forget. However, hatred is the greatest enemy of happiness. It makes us forget the beautiful things in life. Therefore, forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the narrow confines of resentment to embrace the great joys awaiting you on the long road ahead. Take responsibility for your choices and mistakes, and be willing to do what you can to rectify any errors. Be accountable to yourself. Don't let anyone control your destiny. Don't live as a weak parasite, forever dependent on others' thoughts and decisions, instead of living your own life. You are the only one who can truly control your life. Life is not easy, but everyone faces challenges and difficulties. Be courageous and face them to fully enjoy all the joys and sorrows of life. Alongside you, there will be people who love you, people who hate you, some who praise you, and others who criticize you. Just remember, words belong to others, and gossip is the way of the world. No matter how hard you try, you can never control it, nor should it be a measure to evaluate a person. Therefore, instead of letting yourself be influenced by others' words, learn to trust yourself. As long as you live upright and clean, you have nothing to be ashamed of, and there's no need to worry about others' gossip. From birth and growing up, everyone has a unique temperament and ability, which over time forms an individual style. Style is a distinctive trait of each person, reflecting their preferences and personality. It manifests in how one interacts with others and expresses oneself. A person's character forms relatively stably and creates their unique style. Though individual style is personal, it is influenced and shaped by the living environment. People in the same situation might have different styles due to different ways of thinking and life views. A lifestyle is one with clear goals, desires, beliefs, and determination to achieve those goals. Once they have set a goal, they will create a detailed plan and persistently carry it out step by step until they achieve the desired result. Patience will yield results regardless of the circumstances, and even if they don't achieve the goal, they will gain a lot of experience. Our lives are lived only once and pass by quickly, so we should live openly and not be afraid of change, as new things always bring valuable lessons. Personal style creates the beauty and charm of each person. Without it, you will lack confidence in life. Your lifestyle depends not only on your level of knowledge, but also on your ethics and way of living. A person's style encompasses many styles in different areas, which combine to create the unique self of each individual. You can express straightforwardness or subtlety, be quick or cautious in your work style, gentle, elegant, or dynamic, youthful in your dress style. You can also choose a quiet life or a lively one. A person's lifestyle is reflected in numerous aspects, all of which combine to form an individual's lifestyle. We must build a beautiful lifestyle, leaving a good impression on everyone. strive to create your own style and personality. It is the motivation that helps us overcome all the difficulties and challenges in life. Living nobly is one of the lifestyles everyone aspires to. Living nobly doesn't mean you have to sacrifice for others blindly and thoughtlessly. Instead, it means thinking, acting, and feeling life in a more humane way. By doing so, you build for yourself an ethical standard and a completely righteous way of living. You don't necessarily have to live entirely for others, but know how to live. Accept a little disadvantage. Be willing to forgive and overlook others' mistakes. Giving others a chance to correct their mistakes means giving them a chance to rise and start anew. Not only that, but our souls also feel more at peace. If we constantly hold on to hatred and resentment, it will only add to our fatigue and suffering. Therefore, living with forgiveness and tolerance is the way of a noble-hearted person with a forgiving heart. To forgive someone, you only need to open your heart. Don't force yourself to do something you don't want to do. It must come from the heart for it to be true forgiveness. Once you have accepted and decided to forgive, don't let emotions overwhelm your reason and unintentionally create an even greater distance. When the feelings are gone, let go and free each other. That too is a noble way of living. Living in a noble environment, selfish and envious thoughts and habits gradually disappear. Noble people live with responsibility towards themselves, their families, and society. They cherish, love, and tolerate everyone. They see others' happiness as their own, and others' success as motivation for their own striving. Therefore, they live very optimistically, lovingly, always lighthearted and comfortable. Noble feelings create a beautiful character in each person. If you possess a noble character, you will feel confident and comfortable in your mind and in every perception. Living without thinking only for oneself, but for others, overcoming one's selfishness, only then can you be generous towards others. Then, you will perceive greater life values and take on larger responsibilities. Conversely, if you live selfishly and indifferently, no matter how successful you are, you will be shunned and disliked by others. Live nobly from the smallest thoughts and actions in life. Let us join hands towards truth, goodness, and beauty in our daily interactions, accepting differences to make your and my life better. Don't let the difficulties and challenges of life make us lose the truly meaningful things. Live sincerely and without self-interest, and good things will come. In all relationships, only sincerity can beget sincerity. Sincerity is always the most appreciated quality. Life always needs friends. If you consider someone a friend, don't just give compliments, but also point out their mistakes to correct them. Don't be afraid of hurting your friend's feelings by giving honest feedback. As long as we live sincerely and treat our friends genuinely, time will bring understanding and admiration. Becoming good friends requires effort from both sides. As close friends especially, we must be there for each other in difficult times, sharing sincerity, encouragement, and always caring for each other. Live sincerely, and you will always have sincere friends by your side. People with sincere lifestyles are always loved because they have good character and always live truthfully. The words of a sincere person always carry great persuasion. They create a sense of trust, and with them, you need not fear, betrayal, or doubt. They use their sincere hearts to interact harmoniously and friendly with everyone, maintaining inner peace. Sincerity comes from true feelings. Only then can it persuade others. Through sincerity and trust, any relationship can be protected and cherished. Sincerity must be expressed delicately. Otherwise, it is hard for the recipient to accept. Sincere people are often quite confident in themselves, so they don't need to elevate themselves or live falsely. They know that falsehood doesn't bring joy or happiness, and living comfortably as oneself is the best way. Sincere people always appreciate others' achievements, genuinely rejoice in others' happiness, and use that as experience for themselves. Live without inferiority or arrogance, without trying to please everyone at all costs. They know that sincerity is the quality everyone should strive for. Building relationships is difficult, but maintaining them is even more challenging. Without sincerity, you are just a failure. Therefore, it is crucial to cherish and preserve what you have, and wisely let go of what you cannot have. Happiness is simple. As long as we treat each other with sincerity, we will gain more trust and strength. Therefore, be honest with others and with yourself. 5. The practice of letting go. In Stoic philosophy, letting go is not about surrender or giving up, but an act of liberating the soul from unnecessary attachments, to find true peace and freedom. We often cling to external things, to expectations, to relationships, to successes or failures, in search of happiness. But it is this very clinging that makes us dependent, vulnerable, and robs us of inner peace. Practicing letting go is learning to accept what is beyond our control, understanding that not everything will go according to our wishes. It is about relinquishing excessive desires, envy, jealousy, resentment, and hatred, allowing our souls to become light and serene. When we let go of unnecessary burdens, we find ourselves freer and more at peace. We can then focus on what truly matters, on self-development, nurturing meaningful relationships, and living a more fulfilling life. Remember, happiness does not lie in possessing or controlling everything, but in inner freedom, in the ability to accept and adapt to all circumstances. Practice letting go, so your soul can soar, so you can experience the beauty and wonder of life in every present moment. 6. Practicing mindfulness. A journey back to inner peace. In the midst of our dynamic modern lives, we often find ourselves swept away by the whirlwind of work, responsibilities, and daily worries. Our minds resemble an endlessly flowing river, carrying thoughts, emotions, and desires. Amidst this rushing current, seeking inner peace can seem like a daunting challenge. However, there exists a path that leads to tranquility and serenity, and that is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the ability to focus entirely on the present moment, without judgment, and to accept everything that is happening. It is a state of awareness, a continuous observation of what is occurring in our minds and bodies, as well as in the world around us. Practicing mindfulness is not about escaping reality or denying negative emotions, but about facing them with awareness and compassion, understanding their nature, and finding liberation from suffering. One of the simplest ways to practice mindfulness is to focus on your breath. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Pay attention to each inhale and exhale, feeling the air pass through your nose, chest, and abdomen. When your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breath. Don't judge or try to control your thoughts. Simply observe them as they come and go. You can also practice mindfulness in all your daily activities, from eating and walking to working and interacting with others. When eating, focus on the taste, texture, and sensation of the food in your mouth. When walking, pay attention to each step, feeling the ground beneath your feet and the air around you. When working, concentrate on the task at hand, not letting your mind be distracted by other thoughts. When communicating, listen to the other person sincerely, without judgment or jumping to conclusions. Practicing mindfulness requires persistence and effort. Initially, you may find it difficult to focus, and your mind will constantly wander. But don't be discouraged. Be patient and continue practicing, and gradually you will see your ability to focus improve, and your mind will become more peaceful. The benefits of practicing mindfulness are immense. It helps reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, improves mental and physical health, enhances focus and creativity, and brings true peace and happiness. When you live in the present moment, you will no longer be haunted by the past or worried about the future. You will be able to enjoy every moment of life, appreciate the good things around you, and face difficulties with calmness and confidence. Practicing mindfulness is not just a method to improve mental health, but also a way of life, an attitude towards living. When you live mindfully, you will find yourself becoming more aware, more grateful, and more loving. You will be able to build healthy relationships, contribute positively to the community, and live a meaningful and fulfilling life. Let mindfulness become an integral part of your life. Take time each day to practice, even if it's just for a few short minutes. You'll be amazed at the positive changes it brings to your life. Remember, peace is not far away. It resides within your soul. You just need to know how to find and nurture it. And those are the valuable lessons we should engrave in our hearts to live a life without regrets. A life filled with meaning and memorable moments. We hope that the insights shared in this video have brought you valuable knowledge, the seeds of positive change. Let these lessons not just stay on the screen, but apply them to your everyday life. Each small step, each meaningful action, will contribute to creating a brighter and more vibrant future. Don't forget to join us on this journey of self-discovery and growth by subscribing to our channel. We will continue to bring you wonderful and helpful videos, inspiring stories, and valuable knowledge for your continuous learning and improvement. And please share this video with your loved ones to spread these meaningful messages to everyone. Together, let's build a community of people who are always eager to learn, constantly strive for self-improvement, and together create a better world. Thank you sincerely for spending your precious time watching our video. We wish you all the best in every endeavor, and we'll see you in the next videos.